The following program is brought to you by Naleo TV, the people's platform.
Welcome back to another episode of Body Kona. I'm your host, Sarah Bergeron, and we're joining you from beautiful Kailua Kona, Hawaii today at Inner Alignment Studios Wellness Center. I'm also joined by my co-host today, Kelsey Eldridge. We're going to be leading you through a nice breath and balance practice today, rooted in yoga, and we're super excited to have you breathe with us, move with us, and just ultimately feel better in your body. So we're gonna go ahead and get started today in a seated position. If you have any type of cushion or pillow that you can use to put underneath your glutes, that will feel really nice for you to be able to just lift the hips slightly above the knees and also just allow the spine to sit a little bit taller here in this state of meditation. So we're gonna go ahead and just roll our shoulder blades down our back, really opening up the chest here. So feeling that ability to have more air just coming into the lungs here. So just taking a couple of shoulder rolls, lifting those shoulders towards the ears, and then maybe starting to change that direction whenever it feels natural in your body. Maybe starting to roll the shoulders slightly forward just to get the cobwebs off the body, start to wake ourselves up. And then slowly, let's go ahead, roll the shoulder blades all the way down and back, creating that nice wide open chest. Let's bring the palms onto the body, either hands facing up or down. If you're looking to receive something into your life and calling something in, maybe have the palms flipped up. Or maybe if we're just needing a little bit more grounding today and just connecting in with our body, have those palms rooted down onto those thighs. So go ahead and close down the eyes and just start to take some breaths in and out of the nose here. So you'll notice the nervous system starts to shift when you're in this really calm state of breath coming in and out of the nose. So this is signal to the brain, we are safe, we are calm, we are in rest and digest, and we're ready to receive healing into the body. So we'll take a couple more rounds of our Ujjayi breath here. So Kelsey's gonna start restricting the back of her throat on her exhale. So almost as if our exhale is still saying, but closing the mouth and making that sound through the nose. Almost as if we're fogging up a mirror, sounding like an ocean wave. Continuing with this breath for a few more rounds is really just tap into this state of stillness. Arriving into our practice, really bringing that body into balance, into calm. We'll take about 5 more of these big, expansive breaths, exhaling through the nose. Shift. Taking 2 more of these breaths. And then slowly, maybe starting to soften the gaze here if we had our eyes closed. Maybe bringing the gaze towards the tip of the nose or just slightly fluttering the eyes open. We'll inhale the arms to come all the way up over the head, gaze shifting towards the sky. As we exhale, we'll bend the elbows to open, coming into a seated cat-cow here. letting the head drop back, opening that chest even wider, slightly pulling elbows to come towards the body to really open the chest. As we exhale, we're going to start to round the spine, gazing towards the belly, reaching towards the front of the room. Really feel that upper spine here, rounding. And then as we open, we're going to arch that upper spine, creating a nice opening in the top here. So all that looking down, being on our phones, computers, driving, this is a beautiful practice to combat this. Opening that chest. Let's take 3 more of these, nice and slow, closing on that exhale as we breathe that breath out of the mouth. And then inhaling once again as we slowly open it up. Taking 1 more round of this. Really feel the spine. Beautiful. Slowly start to come down. We're going to come into a similar set of movement with a different breath. So it's going to be a little bit faster this time. We'll go ahead on the inhale. We open the shoulders, inhaling through the nose, and then exhaling through the mouth as we bring the elbows this time into the chest. So we're rounding the spine. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep it going. Big inhale, big exhale. Let's take 3 more. Really letting that chest expand. Beautiful. Last biggest breath all morning. Slowly, let's bring the hands down onto the knees. Returning back to that normal breath here. So in and out of the nose, maybe eyes are closed here. Really just start to feel the body, feel the shifts, feel the heart rate coming down. We're going to take 1 more breath that's similar. This time, we're going to bring the palms to face the sky. We'll take the middle and pointer finger and then bring the thumb to touch here, coming into a mudra. Bringing palms onto the knees. So the inhale again will be through the nose. Exhale will be through the mouth. We'll switch the mudra. We'll flip the palms and then we'll bring the ring finger to press into the thumb on the exhale. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Taking these breaths. So as we connect to the different tips of the fingers here, in yoga, in our mudras, it's believed to be able to tap into different areas of our breath. So maybe as we have our hands facing the sky, we feel that breath coming deeper into the chest. Maybe on that exhale, bringing the palms to face the floor is going to allow us to feel that deeper exhale through the belly. So connecting these different pressure points in the hands is going to actually unlock deeper breath. So taking 5 more rounds of this. Big inhales and exhales here. Maybe closing eyes, letting this be a moving meditation here. Maybe you can even do this for longer, maybe even 5 minutes this breath allows for. 3 more. Wonderful. Last round, really let it flow. Big inhale. Big exhale. Let's go ahead, inhale the arms up over the head. We're gonna hold the breath here. Maybe close the eyes, let the shoulders settle away from the ears. Take one more sip of air. Hold it. Letting oxygen permeate into the cells. This is a beautiful practice for anti-depression, anti-aging, and so many other things. One more sip, a little more air in. And slowly on the exhale. Bringing hands onto the knees. Continue bringing back to your normal breath, maybe in and out of the nose here. Or in and out of the mouth, whatever feels more natural in your body, just breathe here. We're going to take one more round of breath. It's going to bring a little bit more energy into the body. It's going to be called Katubali breathing or skull shining breath. So we'll bring our hands, we're going to clasp our fingers all 10 together, putting the arms to come out in front of us. Taking the pointer fingers to come out. Gaze is slightly about the top of your mat, so 3 or 4 feet in front of you. Gaze is slightly down. So we'll take an inhale, and the exhale is going to be the one that's forceful. So the inhale will happen naturally. You're going to see the snap in the belly on the exhale. So we're pushing the breath out. So we'll take a bunch of rounds of this. We'll take about 15 rounds of this breath. And at the end of that breath, we'll take a big inhale. We'll hold that breath. And then we'll exhale it out. We're going to take this for about 3 rounds. So let's go ahead, getting into position here. Thanks for showing us how to do it, Kels. We're going to slowly take a big inhale to get started. And then exhale, press it out. Big inhale. Hold that breath. A few more seconds. You can do more than you think. Exhale, palms to the chest, hands to heart. We're going to come into our second set, bringing arms to come back out in front of us here. Interlacing all those fingers, pointer fingers coming out, gaze slightly shifting towards the top of the mat. Big inhale. Exhale. Big inhale. Hold that breath. Maybe close the eyes, let this settle, maybe ears away from the shoulders. Hold it. And exhaling, hands to the chest. Continue your normal breath. Really feel this breath. Feel that calm that comes with these breathwork practices. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Coming for our last round of this, reaching those arms back out in front. Once again, interlace those fingers, pointer fingers come out. Gaze slightly shifts to the top of the mat. Big inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Hold that breath. Big hold here. You can do longer than you think. Really let this settle and be calm here. Slowly start that exhale. feel and connect in with this breath. Biggest breaths you've taken all day. Slowing down. Slowly fluttering the eyes open if we have them closed. We're going to start to roll our way forward here. We're going to remove our prop. Coming onto hands and knees. We're going to stack all of our joints here. So wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Beautiful. Really engaging the core, bringing a nice flat back in. Let's go ahead and take a big inhale, cows, and arch that back, taking cat-cow, gazing up towards the sky. So seeing this big arch, she's exaggerating into this dropped belly here, pausing for just a few seconds so you really get this opening. And then as she starts to exhale, rounding into the spine, pressing that belly button into the spine. Gaze comes all the way to the belly, really creating this round, tall shoulders. Maybe shoulder blades even get 1 inch higher. Really exhale onto that breath. Let's go ahead, arch that back. Big expansion. Big exhale, rounding, gazing towards the belly. Let's take 2 more of these with our own breath. Maybe eyes closed at this point at home. Just really feel into the body. Taking 1 more. Biggest inhale. Big exhale. Beautiful. Slowly, we're going to come back to a neutral spine. Let's go ahead, curl the toes under, and then start to lift back into a downward facing dog. So we're going to spread our fingertips super wide here, pressing into the tips of the fingers, removing some of the weight out of the wrists. As you can see, her shoulder blades are pressed towards the floor, forehead only coming a couple of inches away from the floor. So if we're in our down dog and we're here, where it's going to be a lot harder to stay in this posture for longer. So melting that chest to come back, melting that forehead closer to the floor is not only going to shift the weight into being able to be distributed more evenly in the palm, but just give you more control in the body mechanics that you need in this posture. So start to pedal the heels, start to take a little bit of movement here. So also a beautiful thing about this posture is it's very exploratory. So shifting the weight, shifting the heels, even shaking out the head or dropping the chest or forehead closer to the mat, and just taking any kind of movement in this shape is going to break up the fascia, getting the spider webs off the body. And not only that, we're opening the entire back side of the body, the front side of the body, the spine, and then also all the way into the soles of the feet, getting into the low back. So this is going to be an amazing posture to help with back pain. So go ahead, cows, whenever you're ready, start to gaze towards the wrists, starting to take a walk towards the top of the mat. So planting each one of your feet as you come through, feeling that nice stretch into the hamstrings. When you arrive here, bringing the feet hip width distance so you can really open the body up. If you need your feet to be wider than hip width distance, that's also okay. Really listen to your body when you get into this forward fold. And again, this posture is also something you want to move around and be exploratory in. So grabbing opposite elbows, creating that little window for your head, really allows you to shift the weight, maybe side to side, ankle to ankle, pulling chest deeper into the thighs. And again, we are working on entire front side and back side expansion in the body here. So as you can see, her spine gets taller here. As she grows her crown closer to the floor, she's going to be able to be feeling this spine expansion. We'll take this for a couple of breaths. And then also, there's a few variations that you can do in this forward fold depending on your level of flexibility. So go ahead and exhale your hands down to the floor, cows, and then bring the entire palm underneath the foot. So this is called gorilla pose. So basically all the way up to the creases in the wrist, stepping onto the palms. And then she'll take an inhale as she kind of straightens the arms and flattens into the back. And then as she exhales, she'll bend the elbows to come to 90 degrees, pulling into that arm. So this not only pulls the arms, the shoulders, but also all the way into the spine, into the low back, and into the hamstrings. So this is such a powerful posture. You can take this variation or taking peace fingers around your big toes. If you can't quite get the full hand underneath the sole of the foot, this is the same exact thing, allowing you to use your bicep strength to pull into this spine here. So take one more round of this. Just inhale, straighten those arms, and then exhale, pulling into that deep spine expansion. Beautiful. And then slowly, she's gonna start to rise to standing, stacking one vertebrae at a time. So it's going to be nice and slow. Really let the head be super heavy here. Ragdolling our way to standing. And then rolling shoulder blades down the back, palms facing the front. Just taking a few moments here to just ground into our feet, maybe scrunching your feet into the carpet or your mat beneath you. And just taking a couple breaths in and out of the nose. And then Kelsey's gonna lead us through a couple of balancing postures here whenever she's ready. I know you feel awful grounded right now.
I do, yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
So our first balancing posture today is gonna be tree pose. So we'll start off with the right foot, rooting down through the heel, the big toe, and the pinky edge. And then we'll just take the left foot to the inside of the right ankle for a little kickstand here. This is a beautiful place to be for your tree pose. Maybe hands come to heart center. Maybe you grow your branches, lifting your arms. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, maybe you start to slide your left foot up your left calf, finding that connection, sole of foot to inside of right leg. And then if you still want a little bit more here, you can start to drag the right foot all the way, or the left foot all the way up the right leg. Coming into this tree pose here, thinking about rolling this left knee back a little bit to open up that left hip. Her shoulders are nice and pulled back, so her heart space is open. She's rooting down through her heel, her big toe, her pinky edge, and she's staring at one unmoving spot, her dristi, helping her stay focused and steady. And let's just take a couple breaths here. If you want to start to challenge the balance even more, maybe practice closing one eye and then the other. Maybe both eyes closed, noticing how not having your sense of sight really changes your equilibrium. Let's take one more breath here, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly, you can start to remove your left foot, and we're going to bring it to center for one-legged Tadasana. You can keep the knee bent, or you can start to straighten it. See how she's leaning forward here, not leaning back. Her core is nice and engaged. This left hip flexor here is working really hard to keep that leg extended. And again, if you want more, you can always lift your arms up. Beautiful. Taking one more breath here. This posture is a lot harder than it looks. You're engaging your core, your hip flexor, your shoulders. And then on your next exhale, start to bring your hands to heart center. Maybe you drop the left foot, reset here. Or maybe you start to extend the left leg back, finding your warrior three pose. Your chest stays lifted, your hips stay square, so she's dropping that left hip in line with the right. She's still gazing at one unmoving spot, playing around with the arm variation here. She's flying her arms back. Maybe you fly them forward, maybe fly them to the side. Beautiful. This is a really strong balancing posture here. A lot of power in this pose. Let's take one more big inhale here. Breathe in. And then exhale, fold forward to a standing split. Left leg stays lifted. If you have blocks at home or your pillow, you can always slide those under your hand just to bring the ground closer to you. Really powerful to have that support. And then tucking your chin to your chest, really letting your head hang heavy. She's engaging this left glute to lift the left leg higher. She's got a soft micro bend in that right knee, taking the pressure out of that joint. This posture is really awesome to strengthen your hamstrings as well as stretch them too. So a lot of times when we do this, we will be sore after this posture. So although it looks pretty simple, it is a big hamstring extender here. Let's take one more deep breath here in through your nose and out through your mouth. On your next inhale, start to open up for your half moon pose. So you'll keep the right hand planted, and then you'll start to lift your left arm to the sky. She's opening up these left hips here, stacking left hip on top of the right, soft bend in that right knee, flexing these left toes towards her shin. You can see that her chest is open, her gaze is up towards her lifted hand. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. Breathe in. And exhale, start to forward fold. Left foot meets the right, palms come back down. Just a little reset here. You can inhale to halfway lift. Nice flat neutral back, gaze is right out in front of her. And exhale to forward fold, tucking your chin to your chest, slowly starting to roll up one vertebra at a time. Beautiful. And then we'll hit that second side. So starting to root down through your left foot, grounding your left heel, your left big toe, your pinky edge. And let's just come on to that kickstand here. Starting to bring our hands to heart center, finding our balance here before maybe we stay here, or maybe we slide our right foot up our right calf. Maybe this is enough for you today, or maybe you start to bring the right foot to the right or the left inner thigh. And then you can think about rolling this knee back, really opening up that hip. Good. Shoulders are squeezing together, chest is lifted, gaze is at one unmoving spot. Maybe practice closing one eye and the other, and then both. Noticing how that really throws off your equilibrium. Let's take one more big breath here, maybe growing your branches on the inhale and staying for the exhale. Next inhale, let's start to shift our right knee to that one-legged Tadasana. Maybe knee stays bent, maybe it straightens. She's leaning forward here, engaging this core, engaging that hip flexor. Nice, strong, balancing posture. Beautiful. One more breath here, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Next inhale, let's send it back. Warrior 3. Keep the chest lifted, the hips squared, the core engaged. Good. She's dropping this right hip in line with the left. She's staring at one unmoving spot. Beautiful. Take one more big breath here in through your nose and out through your mouth. Slowly on your inhale, find your standing splits. Drop your hands down to your mat or your support. Engage your right glute to lift your right leg, tucking chin to chest. Nice long lengthened spine here. Soft bend in that left knee. Beautiful. Taking one more breath here. Big inhale through the nose. And big exhale out the mouth. On your next inhale, opening up, finding your half moon pose. So she's got a soft bend in that left knee. This posture is very challenging. She's flexing the right toes towards the shin, gazing up at her left thumb. Nice open chest here, squaring her chest to the opposite wall. Beautiful. Take one more breath here in through your nose. And then exhale, find your forward fold. Right foot meets the left. Let's inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold, tucking your chin to your chest, slowly rolling all the way up to center, coming back to standing posture. Rooting down evenly through both of your feet, big toes, heels, pinky edge. Placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Big breath in. And a long breath out.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Namaste.
Namaste.